Good morning, Deer Park High School. Today is Wednesday, May 15th, 2019. I'm Abby Sparks.
And I'm Destiny Hernandez. Today we look into the evolution of Disney movies and let some of you see how hard this whole broadcast thing is. But first, your weekly news.
Seniors, graduation practice is this Friday, May 17th at 7:30 a.m. in the South Campus Auxiliary Gym. This practice is mandatory if you plan to participate in the graduation ceremony.
If you're looking to exempt the spring semester exams, here are some of the requirements. You must be clear of any fines and fees, have an 80 or above average in a class, 3 or less absences, no more than 3 days of ISS, and no DEAP.
Seniors, if you have not already completed a green transcript card, please visit the registrar's office to list the colleges you'd like your final transcript sent to. Transcripts are due to be sent in by this Friday, and final transcripts will be finished the week of June 10th. If requested by email, transcripts must include full name of graduation, date of birth, year graduated, what university or college you would like the transcript sent to, and a picture of your photo ID.
For seniors interested in purchasing their iPads, information is posted on your advisory canvas. All fees must be paid in order to purchase an iPad. iPad advisors will be here May 22nd and 23rd to take up payments.
Seniors, it's just about that time when we are about to head off and move on to different things after high school. In respect to that, Julie Perez and Jenna Smith take a nostalgic look at the Disney movies we loved and appreciated when we were younger and what makes them so special.
Once upon a time, we all watched Disney movies. If you were ever a child at one point in your life, you've watched at least one Disney movie. The name Disney is more than just a title. Disney was created by one special guy, and his name was Walt Disney. A lot of people don't know that Walt was actually Mickey Mouse's original voice. Although he didn't invent animation, he did take his own twist on how it was done.
All right, I'm Mr. Whiteside. I teach digital art, digital media, and mobile app development. It's one thing, just especially for digital media and digital art, it's one thing just to build something, and it's nice to look at as a picture, but then being able to bring a character to life, make it move, it's a lot of fun. 2D animation is, it's easier, and it depends on the program that you use. 3D adds a whole nother element because you're talking about, you've added a new plane and being able to move in a space. You go from back in the old days of they're literally coloring cells, hand by hand. And now everything is computer done, computer frames, it's gone to a whole different world. Computers have changed everything.
As crazy as it might sound, Disney wasn't always as advanced as it is now. Disney went through many highs and lows before eventually coming out on top, producing many eras of unforgettable classics. Snow White was created in 1938, helping Disney take its first steps into what is now known as the Golden Age. Shortly after, Pinocchio was developed and produced in 1940, followed by Fantasia. Skipping over to the Silver Era, the classic tale of Cinderella was produced in March of 1950. Alice in Wonderland hit theaters in 1951. The Bronze Era was a difficult time for the Disney company. Movies like Aristocats, Robin Hood, and The Great Mouse Detective profited very little compared to previous movies, and the quality of their animation from that era is looked back upon as scratchy. The Renaissance Era was a new beginning for Disney when movies like The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Hercules were produced. They profited millions. Disney experienced a curve in their creativity once again when entering the post-Renaissance, producing movies like The Emperor's New Groove, Lilo and Stitch, and Meet the Robinsons. That brings us to where we are now, the Revival Era. Disney came back stronger than ever when producing movies like Frozen, Tangled, and Big Hero 6. Those movies were just the start of the current era we're in. Disney is only getting better and better.
It's usually story, it's bigness, and then it's this production quality. I mean, they bring it. They don't go halfway with much. It's usually all or nothing. I mean, they do a great job of bringing you in the scene. It's obviously getting more and more realistic. The engines that they use and the computer technology and all the stuff they've created is getting better and better all the time. And as computers get better and better, it'll become more photorealistic. If you look at like Pixar and Disney back in their first few movies they made, and like The Crawling Baby and how it was kind of clanky and rough, and then if you look at like, what Toy Story 4 is about to come out, once you get to that kind of animation, then it's just smooth and clean. It's almost realistic like a person. So it's come miles, and will probably only get better. I remember being a kid in elementary school, and when cable first had the Disney Channel, and they would show cartoons and Disney movies and things, and that's been around a long time. So it's always probably just, if nothing else, it's always just kind of been a part of the culture that I've grown up in. For most of our high school students, they have grown up on things like Disney Channel and Disney movies, and it's a huge part of our culture. And so I think there would be a bright spot that wouldn't exist in our culture that does exist now.
Walt had an idea and was determined to bring it to life. Because of him, we have Disneyland, Epcot, Disney World, and other attractions. We currently watch many phenomenal movies that are still relevant from as early as the 1940s because of the value Walt Disney added to them. As time goes on and as kids get older, one thing will remain the same, and that is the magic of Disney.
Hey, Pluto! Here she comes! Hey, Pluto! Here she comes!
Great memories, right, Ivy? Mulan will always be my favorite. Auditions for next year's all-school musical Singing in the Rain are on May 30th and are open to all Deer Park High School students. Free tap classes will be offered May 20th, 28th, and 29th at 6 p.m. Tap shoes will be provided for you. Auditioning girls should be familiar with the songs Lucky Star and What's Wrong With Me, while auditioning boys should be familiar with Make 'Em Laugh and Beautiful Girl. Absolutely everyone is welcome to audition. Even if you think you can't sing, they promise to find a place for you. Good luck to everyone auditioning and break a leg.
Seeing as this is our final broadcast of the school year, we wanted to show you some of all of the hard work that goes into creating it and prove it's not as easy as you may think. Mandy Gamble and Emmanuel Perez report.
Broadcast is a class that teaches students on camera equipment, editing, scripting, and on how to be an anchor and working in the control room. Some students think it's an easy class, but they don't really know the work that goes on behind the scenes. We went out to see if our future broadcast students were prepared for what the class is really like.
What made me want to be a part of broadcasting is when I was like a little kid and I used to watch sports and I saw like the reporter talk to the athlete. That was always like a dream of mine, to meet the athlete and ask the athlete about how he performed in the game and what he did in the game.
What made me want to be a part of broadcast was like knowing the stuff behind the camera and like being a part of like a little group or a team.
First, we started by introducing the production packet. This is where the students do research on their story, write their script and outline, think of interview questions, and set a time and date for their interviews. We then tested them on setting up an interview. They had to make sure that their camera was leveled and the white balance, exposure, and composition were all correct.
Okay, now we're going to see if y'all can set up a camera for an interview.
You're interviewing me.
Yes.
Yay.
It helps you move
Do you know
up.
how to left pan tilt, Savannah? Get in there and do something, Savannah. Can you make it brighter at all with the iris right now? Or is it maxed out?
That's your focus. Okay, perfect. Good job.
Nice.
It only took about 45 minutes.
Flip it. And you gotta make sure the size is good because Mr. Crow has OCD.
Flip it. Yeah.
Good job.
Great job. Took forever.
The last thing the students were tested on was practicing anchoring a broadcast. They read off of the teleprompter and worked in the control room.
Good morning, Deer Park High School. Today is Wednesday, April 10th, 2019. I'm Jonathan Cortez.
And I'm Savannah Gonzalez, and welcome to the Deer Network. Here's what's new this week.
This past weekend, the Deer Park High School one-act play competed in the area round of competition at San Antonio College. Once again, our show, Mouse Storm, advanced to the next round. The cast and crew nabbed several awards, including Best Overall Tech for the Tech crew, and senior Nick Trevino was again recognized as Best Actor for his portrayal of Edgar Allan Poe. It's good to see the stash paying off.
The school is reminding you to please remember to please make sure you return your form to Ms. Turner in the front office. The Academic Honors Dinner is Thursday, April 25th at 6:30 p.m. here in the cafeteria.
Broadcast is a fun and productive class, but most don't know the work that is actually put into it. Just ask Savannah and Jonathan. Think you got what it takes? Join broadcast journalism.
Be sure to subscribe and follow us on the Twitter and Instagram at the Deer Network. On the Deer Network. That's all for us this week. For everyone here at the Deer Network, I'm Jonathan Cortez.
And I'm Savannah Gonzalez, wishing you a great day.
Go Deer! That was funny. That was good. Oh my gosh.
Don't worry, Jonathan and Savannah. We know your pain. You guys will be great next year.
Before we go, softball came from behind to score 8 runs in their final at-bat last weekend to win their playoff series against Pearland Dawson. They start their regional semifinal series against Katy Tompkins tonight at Manville High School at 7 p.m. If you can't make it out to Manville, you can always listen to the game live on the Deer Network. Go to deernetwork.com or follow us on Twitter. Good luck, girls!
Well, that's it for the Deer Network this year. Thank you all for allowing us into your advisories each week. I mean, not that you had a choice, but...
For Will Engels, Jillian Jones, Emmanuel Perez, Katie Powers, Dean Schlischer, and Jenna Smith, I'm Abby Sparks, wishing you a great day, a wonderful rest of the week, and a safe summer. And go Deer!